Welcome back to another Teach Me Tuesday. Now, today I'm going to run through some of the function buttons on the camera, on this S5 camera, the original model, with the 20 to 60 kit lens. Now, some of the buttons on the back of the camera, and there's one on the front as well, you can reprogram to change the function of that button. Now, first one I'm going to do is I'm going to spin this camera around so you can see what I'm filming on. But the button down here is this one here. I've got set to the horizon level. Now, this is going to be another video with the horizon level, how to set that up and how to adjust it and stuff. But you can press and hold the button and it brings up a menu like this, so you can assign it to whatever you want to. Really, you might want to have the histogram come on when you want to, when you press that button. I've got it set as the level gauge, so I'm going to leave it at that. But all you need to do to change that is to press and hold for a few seconds, and then it brings up that menu. Now that's one of them. Now this back four-way selector dial, you can rotate it as well. You can select different functions on that for four-way control. So if I press the right side for a couple of seconds, see it brings up a menu, and I've got it set to the record quality. So if I want to change the setting for photos and stuff like that, I can press that and then go into that and change it. So I can change that down to quick and slow if I want, or post focus, or anything else in this menu. So you've got all these different menu settings in here. You've got tons of settings you can choose from. I'm going to leave it at record quality. Same with if I press and hold the left side of it, it's the same thing. It brings up the frame marker, which I've got set. The top one, same thing. Press and hold for a few seconds, and I've got the sound level display on. So, but same thing, you can change from lots of different menu icons in here, menu settings. Same with the bottom one, do that, and I've got the photo grid line set for this one. But it just shows you how easy it is to set some of these functions in here to change what they do. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's the four-way control. The viewfinder display, the LVF button here, which changes between the rear monitor and the viewfinder. You can press and hold that for a couple of seconds. Same thing. So you've got different operations you can do that. So you can even put it on a lock, so that certain buttons are locked and you can't change them. You know, so if you're fiddling around in the dark and you don't want to change a specific setting or whatever, you can lock some of these buttons so they don't do anything while you're doing that. But I've just got it set for that at the moment. But that's that. Another one is the Q button, this Q button here. If you press and hold that, same thing. You can change to the operation of that button. I've just got it set as my Q menu, so I can bring up lots of different icons up there and different settings, so I can change whatever I want to in there. But if you feel like you want to change it to something else, press and hold, only about 2 seconds, and there you have it. And you can change it to whatever you want. You can go into here and you go across to there, whatever you want to do. You can change it to whatever you want in the options you've got in this camera. So it's quite handy to be able to have this, to be able to change different functions on it. What was I on? I don't know which menu I was on. I was on the Q menu anyway, but we shall try and find it, shall we? So there's lots of different options here. There it is, Q menu. And it's already highlighted anyway when I go back into it. So press that, and when press the button, there it is. So that's your Q button. This button down here, to go back from like a menu option, you can press and hold that, and there you have it. Why I got it set to level gauge, I don't know, but it's not set for that anyway. But you've got different functions you can choose in here, same as all these other settings in here, all the other buttons and stuff. So that's another one, the AF button, this one here, in the middle of your mode selector for focus. You've got single, continuous and manual focus. There's a button in the middle. Press and hold that, and brings up the other settings as well. So you can change that as well if you want to. I left it at the AF mode. It's just, I think that was the default one when I got it anyway. But it just shows you these Panasonic cameras, instead of going into a menu, for instance, and I don't even know where this is in here, because I don't use this, but there's so much in these menus. That's why I have a quick menu to put the functions that I need the most, that I access the most in that Q menu, and these other buttons there. If I want to change something quickly, I can change it, press and hold the button, and change it to something that I might be using on and off for that particular photo shoot. So there we have function button reprogramming. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you want to see more of these, stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment if you want, and we'll bring you some more of these type of tutorials on how to change different functions on your Panasonic camera. With that, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.